Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Abby. I'm with Fitness is Medicine. Today we're going to do an entire workout utilizing a fit ball. So we're going to use some dumbbells, we're going to use some body weight. The only other piece of equipment you will need is a pair of dumbbells, probably a little bit on the lighter side. If you don't have a fit ball, you can use the ground and just do like bridges on the ground where you lie on your back with your feet bent and you lift your hips up. Other than that, I will give you other examples of how you can do this without a fit ball. Okay, so remember to always come into these workouts warmed up and ready to go. Get your muscles warmed up, get your heart rate up a little bit, and ready to move. Okay, so grab your ball, grab your lighter set of dumbbells, and let's get moving. So we're gonna start off by doing a bridge on the ball. So if you sit on the ball and slowly walk out, so your head and your shoulders are resting comfortably on top of the ball. We don't want to be back here, so you have to hold your head up, or we want everything in a nice alignment from your knees to the top of your head. Now we're going to start with those weights straight overhead, and we're going to windmill or scissors your arms. Like I said, if you don't have a ball, you can do a bridge on the ground, or do this without a bridge, just laying on your back on the ball, or laying on your back on the floor. Keep your hips up nice and tall so you have a nice flat surface from your knees to your head. If you're having any shoulder pain with this, first of all, you can start with a lighter weight, or you can bend your elbows a little bit and make your lever a little bit shorter. Just keep that bend in your elbow the same degree so that it's not going back and forth like this. So we're going to keep your arms, your elbows at the same degree. So we're going to try to go 10 times on each side. If this feels like too much, like I said, grab a lighter set of dumbbells or do fewer. I think I'm on the last one here. And rest. So just bring them to your chest and slowly walk up. So we're going to stay right here on the ball, and we're going to do some ab leans. So like I said, if you don't have a ball, you can just do these on the floor with your knees bent. I'm just setting my weights down. If you want to add a little bit of difficulty, you can hang on to the weights and use them like this. So we're just gonna tip at the hips and lean back, come up. Now to increase the challenge here, don't come all the way up because that disengages your core. So we're gonna lean back, come almost all the way up, but maintain that contraction in your abdominal muscles. Keep breathing. If you find that your heels are slipping here, you can do this with your feet up against the wall so you've got somewhere so you can feel stable. 3 more. 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now we're going to pick those weights up again. We're going to go back into a bridge on the ball. So again, if you don't have a ball, you can just do a bridge on the floor or do it with your back flat on the floor with your knees bent. We're going to do a chest fly this time. So walk back out into that bridge, head and shoulders comfortably on top. And we're going to let your arms go out to the side and then overhead. So again, if this feels like too much, you can grab a lighter weight. You can bend your elbows out when they're out here, so there's less of an angle or less of the long lever. You want a shorter lever if you are having any shoulder pain. Keep breathing. Remember to keep those hips up. It's easy to kind of let them fall down as you go. You want to keep them nice and tall. Good straight line. Keep breathing. Take a breath here. Breathe out as you pull them back. 3 more. Again, we're going to try 10. If you're having any shoulder pain, stop. If you can't mitigate it with either bending your elbows or trying a lighter weight, just stop and message me and I can give you something else to do. The other thing you could just do is just a chest press. So pushing straight up instead of bringing them out into a fly. Okay, now we're going to set those weights down. Make sure they're kind of out of your way. We're going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to do marches on the ball. So I want you to just pull those shoulders down and back, lift up through the top of your head, and slowly march one knee up at a time. If this is challenging for you, make sure you're sitting next to something sturdy. If you don't have a ball, you can do this seated in a chair or standing. Nice and slowly here. Make sure that when you march up, you're keeping your back nice and tall, and you're not like crunching like this. We don't need to crunch towards. We want to keep our back nice and tall and not add any chance for back pain. You can also put your hands on the side of the ball if you need that stability. If you want a little more challenge with this, first of all, slow down, go more slowly, but you can put your hands overhead and touch your opposite knee. This will give you a little bit more balance challenge. You're changing your center of gravity just a little bit by putting your hands over your head. Keep breathing. Remember to keep that back nice and tall. Engage your core, not put the pressure in your back. Let's do 2 more on each side. Nice and slow. All right, good. Now, we're gonna stand up. I'll change the angle of my camera here a little bit. And we're gonna do squats. And in order to involve the ball in this, I just want you to hold the ball. So I want you to let that ball go out in front as you squat down. That will help you with your balance so that you can sit back into those heels. You want your heels to be where your weight is going, not your toes. So remember, you want to feel like you're able to lift your toes up and all of that weight is going into your heels. So you're sitting your hips back, you're bending your knees. Again, if this is too much, you can do a smaller range of motion, but it's the same form. So you're really sitting your hips back like you're gonna sit back into a chair. Squeeze your glutes to come up. Remember, you're keeping your shoulders down. Oops. Keep breathing, keep your chest up nice and tall. 3 more. 9 and 10. All right. Okay, the last one. This is going to be a little bit more of a challenge. We're going to do a plank on the ball. So what I want you to do is put your elbows on the ball like this. Now, if you feel unstable, like the ball is rolling around, you can put the ball up against the wall like this. And then do the plank. That gives you quite a bit more stability. If you want a little more challenge, then you can do it without the wall. If you don't have a ball, just do a plank on the floor. So let's try to work for 30 seconds here. So you want a straight line from the top of your head down through your heels, really pulling on that core to maintain that stability. If this feels like too much, you can stop and move over to the wall. All right, 10 more seconds. Doing good, doing good. Keep breathing. Keep those hips flat. Don't let them come up like this. Keep those hips nice and flat. Really engage that core. And rest. Good. If that is just too challenging, remember, first try it against the wall. If it's too much still, just do it on the floor like we've done in the past. Then you can put your knees down if you need to. You can alternate your knees. Remember all those different methods to do those alterations if you need them. Okay, go ahead and do these through a couple more times. If you want to, you can make a bigger workout out of it to get your heart rate up, maintain it throughout, and really give yourself a full body workout. Okay, if you have any questions, as always, please message me, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, everybody.